Peter was the greatest manager the music industry's seen. Like many of you today, Peter Dunning picked us out of nowhere and made us the successful band we are today. We'll miss him, we'll miss his guidance, his drive, his constant support. Peter loved this industry, he loved music. As long as we keep making music, as long as the world keeps listening, his memory will go on with him.
Sounds like quite a severe panic attack. Where were you?
Coming out of a funeral.
Ah. And that triggered the attack, do you think? Well, blood pressure's fine. Whose funeral was it? Someone close?
No one close. An old colleague.
Hmm. And where was it? Had you been there before?
It was St. Rubin's.
On the High Street? Not Peter Dunning's funeral. Ah, they'd done a big piece on him in the paper. They mentioned all the bands he managed, like a celebrity roll call. Did you work with him then?
Only briefly.
Ah, massive heart attack. Shame. Must have been a very clever man.
Daring to hope, daring to feel, daring to... Nope. Do you think it should be higher? Daring to dream... Oh, I don't know. No, she's at a funeral somewhere. Yeah, probably someone really wicked, but she never tells me anything. No chance. She'd much rather make bread than help me out with the song. Anyway, when I'm rich and famous, I'll buy one of those bread-making machines. Then she'll have to help me.
Yes, they mentioned a memorial concert. His nephew's organising it. All the 80s icons, it says. Wonder how you get tickets.
I wouldn't know.
Yes, sorry. So, this is the first panic attack you've had in...
More than 10 years.
Which means we need to nip it in the bud. Make sure it's a one-off.
How about some tranquilizers?
I think we'll try a bit of self-help first.
If you think so.
Regular breathing exercises, proper relaxation, and some brisk exercise to get your stress levels down.
All right.
These things are always worse when you're stressed. Are you in a stressful job at the moment?
No, I'm at home. My daughter Echo's being a bit awkward, but she's 17. So.
Ah. I was a bit of a horror myself at that age. Too busy listening to all those bands to worry about my mother.
Me too.
Right, well, come and see me in a week and have a think about what might have caused this attack. And once we know that, we can tackle it head on.
OK.
Right. Any problems, you call me. Don't worry, we'll get this sorted. Helen, fancy a lunchtime visit to the new surgery?
Was that who I think it was?
Who?
Jenny, no,
Sorry?
You know, that singer from the 80s. Got sticky up blonde hair. You must remember, Mark. Incredible voice. Something happened. She stopped singing. I don't know what.
That was Jessica Dee.
Jessica Dee.
Yes, that's right. She dropped out suddenly, didn't she?
I think I've still got some of her albums at home.
All right?
Yeah.
Was it awful?
Funeral's always awful.
Anyone famous there? Mum, I can't get this ending right. Higher or lower? Dream or dream?
Whichever you like.
I don't like either.
Have you finished your English essay?
You must have an opinion.
Not really, no. Echo, what's this doing out?
Cow.
I'm not interrupting, am I?
Tom, it's lovely to see you. How about a coffee?
Oh, no, thanks, not for me.
Oh, come on, sit down.
Yeah,
Are you all right?
sorry, I'm still reeling a little bit, actually.
What's happened?
Well, I mean, maybe he told you he was thinking about it, but it was a complete shock to me.
Tom, I've no idea what you're talking about.
It's David.
What?
He's taken an urgent transfer.
Pardon?
He's gone. Left last night.
The old Victorian building, that's right by our factory.
Soon to be our new premises.
It'll be loads more convenient for me, that will.
Dr. Thompson's moving as well.
We can nip over in the lunch hour. Hey, I'll tell all the lads, they'll be well chuffed. Cheerio, Doctor.
Cheerio, Mr. Fox.
I'm being selfish, I know, but his next parish, they're getting gold there.
Of course.
You don't see that kind of enthusiasm, you know, that passion. You don't see that every day, not in my job.
No.
If I understood why he was leaving. I mean, he said all the usual stuff about past years new and all that, but I'm none the wiser. I mean, what's wrong with past years old?
I'm sure I don't know.
Did he mention anything to you, Kate? I mean, does it make any sense?
I can't say it does.
It's a pity. It's a real pity. I mean, I was hoping you'd have some ideas to tempt him back.
Are you ready then?
Absolutely.
On new premises. Exciting, isn't it?
Very. You know, quite a few patients are moving with us, you know?
I think most of my list will follow me.
And some who aren't on our lists.
Ah, I see what you mean. Well, Mac's not going to be too pleased. Still, we can't stop them, can we?
Exactly.
Jessica.
Who are you?
Simon Dunning. Peter Dunning's nephew?
Oh.
I need a word.
What do you want?
Call it a favour.
Pardon?
There's going to be a concert at the arena next month in my uncle's memory. All the bands my uncle managed over the years, they're all going to be performing.
Look, I'm sorry Peter's dead, but I don't want to hear any more.
You're my uncle's protege, his first big star. It's only natural that you'd be at the concert.
Leave me alone.
Come on, Jessica. You could have finished his career when you walked out.
That was years ago.
Record deals, concert dates, the works. He was lucky to stay afloat. You owe him this much at least.
What the hell do you know?
Okay, I don't know why you left. I don't know any of it. But I do know you're the one person who wanted this concert. He gave you a big break. Does that mean anything to you? Just perform this once. Please? For his sake. What's happening? Are you okay? Jessica!
But Dr. Elliot isn't leaving for a few weeks. Don't worry, all his patients will get a letter shortly and then you can decide what you want to do, okay? No problem. Cheerio.
Should we go in mine?
Yes.
Riverside surgery. No, slow down, I can't understand you. Dr. Elliot, I've got Jessica Doyle's daughter on the phone. Jessica's having some sort of panic attack.
Right, can you get her to breathe into a paper bag? Slow, deep breaths into the abdomen and I'll be right there. Sorry, Alan.
Hello? Dr. Elliot's on his way. Can you find a paper bag?
I mean, it's ridiculous. There's no need for him to leave.
Maybe he thinks there is.
Why? We were adults, for goodness sake.
True.
And anything that went between us, anything that we felt, well, that's finished.
Then maybe he wants a fresh start.
Maybe.
These things, you can't always get past them.
No, I suppose not.
So maybe it's better that he's gone. You can both get on with your lives.
Yes, we can. It's just I don't want to.
Better? Well, something's triggering your panic attacks, Jessica, and we need to find out what.
Peter Dunning. Peter Dunning used to be my manager. His car broke down one night near the Lioness in Atherstone. My mates and I were doing our first gig there. We were awful.
Not that awful.
I guess not. All I wanted was to sing, be a musician and be a part of it.
And Peter Dunning helped you to achieve that?
My career always came first with him. He was a total control freak. Couldn't hum in the shower without you say so. But it paid off, and every single I released went straight to #1. Huge flat in Chelsea, 2 walk-in wardrobes, my own personal stylist. Not bad for an 18-year-old.
Dream come true.
I did what I loved best. The money rolled in and everyone was happy.
Okay, but we'll need to rework the deal for the new album. Yeah, sure. Is your mother okay?
Panic attack. The doctor's sorting her out.
Sounds a bit grim.
She hasn't had them for years.
Oh.
Who are you?
Simon Dunning. Dunning Management? It was my uncle's funeral she went to this morning.
How does she know him?
He was a manager back in the 80s. Didn't you know?
I know she used to be a singer, but she doesn't talk about back then. I bet it was brilliant.
It's hard work, it still is.
That's all I want to do. Have my own band, perform.
You were singing earlier, yeah? Nice little tune.
Thanks. I read it myself, but I can't get the ending right.
Written others?
Must be in my blood.
What's your name?
Echo. I know, it's got a ring to it.
I've heard worse names, believe me. So tell me, Echo, what gigs you done?
Yeah.
Thank you. Must be a lot of pressure, that kind of lifestyle.
Creeps up on you. One minute you're this creative, dynamic, glamorous performer. And next this exhausted, burnt-out zombie.
Not so glamorous.
I put everything into my music. But the more you put in, the more people want. I remember puking my guts out once when we played a gig at Sheffield. I'd had this terrible nausea all week. I was wiping off my makeup and I turned round to whinge to the band about my greasy skin. When I realised no one was listening, they were either asleep, completely bladdered or out of it. Everyone.
And the nausea?
10 minutes of drunken passion with a no-hope roadie. Bingo.
You got pregnant?
Motherhood was the least sexy thing you could do in those days, especially for a pop star. Peter never said a word. Nothing. He just drove me to the clinic, handed over a wad of cash, and just left me standing there. He had arranged it all, a nice, private, luxury abortion. What could I do?
Ollie. Ah, hi, Ben.
Can I join you?
Before you say anything, I think I'd better explain. I have an identical twin brother who frequently makes passes at my friends and then pretends it's me.
What?
Honestly, and any late referrals or diagnostic mistakes, obviously they're down to him too.
You're mad.
No, he's mad. I'm perfect.
OK, Mr. Perfect. Why don't we put last week behind us and carry on as mates? What do you reckon?
Definitely.
Good. I kind of miss your weird, twisted humour.
Then how about tonight?
OK. Look, why don't we meet at a leather bar? 7-ish.
It's a date. Oh, look. I was only joking. You're perfectly safe.
No twins, Ollie.
Honestly, Ben, I'm really sorry about what happened. It was just a pathetic crush. I'm so over it now.
Glad to hear it. See you later.
Yeah.
Carolina, you haven't seen those budget breakdowns, have you?
Yep, they're by the printer. Kate, I had 2 of Mark's patients on the phone this morning asking about his new practice.
Yeah, well, they'll get a letter shortly.
It's just, well, Mark had Mr. Fox in here this morning and he works at that massive tyres factory.
Yeah, well, if Mark's patients want to go with him, there's nothing we can do.
No, I know, but I think that both patients that phoned were from the same factory.
Oh, I can't have lost those files, surely.
Mr. Fox was in the waiting room this morning.
I had them this morning.
Here.
Thank goodness for that.
Waiting alone in that clinic for an abortion I didn't want was too much.
So what did you do?
I had my first panic attack.
I'm not surprised.
The music industry took every ounce of creativity, every fraction of talent I had, but they weren't taking my baby. The receptionist took pity and drove me up here. Sanctuary. The recording, the touring, all that stuff, it was hard work. But having a baby, honestly, at least the paparazzi let me sleep occasionally. I'd sing Echo every kind of lullaby, and she'd still scream the place down. Worst audience I ever had. All I wanted was to give her some kind of normal life.
Mum! Simon's organising a memorial concert.
What?
And guess what? He's looking for performers and he wants me to audition.
Get out of my house.
Mum!
You heard.
Stay, Simon, please.
He'd like your permission, obviously.
You can't get me, so you try my daughter?
Mum, don't do this. This is the chance I've been dreaming about.
Echo, how many times? This isn't some silly dream. It's a grim, sleazy reality with parasites like him at every turn.
It's just an idea.
You are not using my reputation to launch my daughter.
This has nothing to do with you, Mum.
If your mum's name opens some doors, then hey.
See? How low can you stoop? You're just like your uncle.
My uncle put his heart and soul into making you a success.
What?
You threw it in his face.
Just because you can't perform because of your silly panic attacks doesn't mean I can't.
Can we stop this now, please? Jessica, come sit down. All right, now, calm down. Breathe slowly. Right, let's stay calm, okay? I don't think this kind of stress is good for anybody.
I won't have you raising her hopes. Do you understand?
I better go.
I said no!
Mum, stop it, please. Why can't he raise my hopes? Why not? It's what I want to do. I know you might hate to admit it, but I might actually be good at this. Mum!
I saw you look at me the way I look at you. I saw you look today in the kind of way I want you to. Is it all just in my mind, or can I see it in your eyes? Is it my imagination? But I'm daring to hope, daring to feel, daring to dream of you.
Mum, that was incredible.
Just like the old times.
That's a real gift.
You need talent to succeed in this business. And sometimes that's not even enough. It's a gift, Echo. And I'm sorry, but not everybody has it. One day she'll understand.
Actually, it's not just about vocal talent nowadays.
What?
It's about the performer, their charisma, how it's packaged.
That's all we are to you lot, aren't we? We're just products.
Maybe so. This business is more about money than it is about musical talent or creativity. That's how it's always been. Okay, I've just met Echo. But believe me, my instincts are good. My uncle trained me well.
Yes, and this is just his style. Shove a teenager into the limelight. Who cares if it destroys her?
I'm not my uncle.
Your uncle treated me like a broken doll. Fix her up, put her back. Who cares how she feels?
I'm no angel, Jessica. But if my artists aren't happy, I know their music suffers, which means profits suffer, which means I do something to help. I'm pretty sure your daughter's got the charisma and energy to be a success in her own right. I'm not just talking about this concert.
She knows how much I want this. She knows. A top manager actually likes my song, offers me the best chance I'll ever have, and she does that.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Writing music, performing it, that's the only thing that feels natural. I don't want to do anything if I can't do that. All she does is hate. The music business, the managers, the record companies, me. I mean, why even have me if she's going to do things like that?
Your mother doesn't hate you, Echo.
Really? Why do it then? Why do that to your own daughter?
Oh, hello there. I'm trying to trace a reporter who worked on your paper back in 1979.
I spent my life protecting Echo from this.
I can see that.
I'll just chew her up and spit her out. If I give her this, she'll be gone.
And if you don't, she could be gone anyway. If you had someone looking out for you all those years ago, someone who loved you, who understood the music industry, maybe things would have been different for you. I'll let myself out.
Hello, Riverside Surgery. Oh, hello, Mrs. Scott. No, I'm afraid Dr. McGuire's on a call at the moment. Sorry? No, he's not moving. Don't worry. Yeah, Dr. Thompson and Dr. Elliott are leaving the practice. Well, you're on Dr. McGuire's list, so there's no need... This morning? I see.
Helen, sorry. One of those days. Okay.
Yes, they're both very good doctors, but so are Doctors McGuire, Carlisle and Quarmey. Of course, that's your choice. Well, if you call back in a couple of weeks' time, I'll be able to give you the number of the new surgery. Oh, you're welcome. Bye. Thanks a lot, Mark.
And for that, it's just the new ceilings and the rewiring. Shouldn't take long.
How did it go with Jessica D, by the way?
Oh, you were right about the goosebumps. What a voice.
She's still singing then?
No, not really.
Oh, shame. She made a real difference to a lot of teenagers back then. It's really happening.
Can't wait.
Neither can I.
I'm sorry, love.
You're right. I haven't got an ounce of talent compared to you.
Simon Dunning thinks you. Not in the same way, maybe, but he thinks you have a future as a performer. He likes your charisma.
Charisma?
Of course. And maybe if we work together, we can develop your vocal style. Here's to you, love.
Everything okay?
I've had some very interesting phone calls today.
Really? What about?
Patients wanting to know how they sign up for Mark's new practice.
Yeah, well, his patients are going to follow him, aren't they? We knew that would happen.
But this is Andy Webster. You know, who works at the tyre factory?
Andy Webster. But he's with Ben, isn't he?
Heather Scott came in this morning for a repeat prescription. She overheard Mark telling one of his patients very loudly that he was going to move. And now she wants to move.
Heather Scott's one of my patients.
Exactly.
Are you sure about this?
Apparently, the patient he was talking to so loudly kindly offered to tell all his workmates.
So that's his game. I tell you, Kate, Dr. Elliot has picked a fight with the wrong man.